What about now?
Okay, okay.
Okay, but it might have been my problem, not yours, because I don't think I don't think my microphone was fully plugged in. So, nobody heard my introduction. So, what I was saying was, I just posted the class material, so hopefully you can see it there in the Verbling chat, and also inside, if you click the group chat, you'll see it there as well. Okay, so we're gonna use that in just a minute. Let's say hello to Bashak. Am I saying that right?
Hello,
Or is it Bashak or Bazak?
Bashak.
Bashak. Hello, Bashak.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. And you're from Turkey?
Yes, I'm from Turkey,
I
and
know. I
this.
know that because when there's funny symbols on the letters, then I know you're from Turkey.
Oh yes,
Like the little
and
funny thing under the S. I figured that must have been a sh, and I was right. Um,
and this going to be first class with you for me.
yes, yes, it is, and it's going to be my first class with you, and
Yes,
it's going to be
same.
Daniel's. It's going to be Daniel's second class with you. Am I right? Am I right,
Okay,
Daniel?
nice to meet
I
you.
don't know.
Or maybe
Maybe
this is your first class.
maybe 100 plus.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I just thought maybe today was her first day.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know where everyone else is. Is everyone else asleep today? What's going on out there?
A case of Monday.
Is that it? Because last Monday it was pretty full, so I don't
Mhm.
know what's happening today. Maybe they'll join us. All right. So here's what we're going to do. If you open up that link, I'm going to share my screen just for a moment, but I'm not going to have it on the whole class because it's hard to see everyone. If you click on that link and you open this document, you will see pronunciation practice, and you know you're in the right place. And if you scroll down, second page, you've got my information and you've got a list of classes. If I update this, let me just refresh it, you'll see class 30, self-improvement with tools for consonants. If you click on that link, you'll go to the next page, which is on page 9, and I've already created a class. You'll see class 30. That's today. The procedure says the next tool we'll work on is how to use the charts above to personalize your learning with these 3 T's tool. Let's see what that means. I'm going to go up to chart number 2. I have to put this on a new page. It's a little bit not in a good position here. Let me move it down a little bit. There we go. So chart 2, it says, whoops, it should say these 3 T's. There we go. That means that there are not actually 3 T's. What I guess I should rename this tool. What I meant to say was that the T sound is only one of the possible sounds in the past tense. I guess that's a misleading name. Maybe I need to rephrase it. I'll have to think of a better title. So when we have the past tense, there could be 3 possible sounds. The T sound, which is the T, the D sound, and the id sound. And so this chart, as you learn which letters give which sound, you can fill in this chart. You can make a copy of this in your own notes and fill it in. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to move on to what we did last week. But anyway, that's what I meant by these 3 T's. I've got to change the name. It's misleading. So we're going to start with a little dictation before we get into that. Here's what we're going to do. Give me just a second here. So first of all, in the last class, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Am I still sharing my screen or not? Yes, I am. Okay, fine. So in the last class, class 29, we were working with vowels, and this is another chart you'll see above. I made a copy of it here. The vowel chart. We decided that there were two types of vowels, long and short, and we made a rule and we started to fill in the chart with concrete words, like the A sound can be represented by cat. What we're going to do is, after we do our little warm-up, we're going to go back to this chart, fill it in with concrete words that are easy to remember, easy to picture, and then we're going to do the same for consonants, and then I'll give you a technique called instant poetry. After you pinpoint which sound, in this case it's going to be a sound represented by an animal, or if it's a consonant, it's going to be a sound represented by an object. Once you recognize which sounds are difficult for you, we're going to create a kind of a poem using those concrete words, which you'll be able to remember because they're easy to remember words, and it'll help you practice because you'll be repeating this on your own. So we're going to work with two different charts today. Let's go up here. But first, a little warm-up. Maybe what I'll do is this. In a warm-up, I'm going to review some of the vowel sounds. It's going to be a mix of vowels and consonants, actually. So what I'm going to do here is give you a little chart to fill in. Give me a second here. And I'm going to ask you, let's put it like this. I'm going to call column 1 A and column 2 B. Okay. Let's see if we can do maybe 10 of these. What I'm going to do here is read you 10 sentences as a warm-up. I'm going to number these 1 to 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oops, I've got one too many. Let me get rid of that one. Delete row. Okay, there you've got your 10. It would be best if you actually wrote the word that I'm saying. Like just on a piece of paper, it doesn't matter. It would be best if you wrote it down to help you remember. Okay, I'll tell you which is the key word. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to ask you whether I said the word in column A or B. Let me see how I can do this easily. Give me a second here. Right, okay. I know what I'll do. I'll ask you what the key word you heard was, and then I'll write its alternative because I'm going to give you two words that sound similar. That's how we'll do it. Okay? So I'll read 10 sentences to you. Every 2 sentences will have words that are similar, but with one difference between them, one different letter. I'll ask you what the words were. I'll write them both, and then you have to tell me whether you heard column A or B. Okay, so this is just like a little warm-up based on things we've done in the past. Even if you weren't in the class before, it doesn't really matter. All right? So that I can see you, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And, oh, look at that. Now we've got Ishmael. You see? I can't see people when they come in when I'm sharing my screen. So make sure that you've got the chart open. And let me go to the first one. Okay. How should I do this? That's too easy. Okay. Is everyone ready? Let me ask again. Ready. Is everyone ready? There we go. Yes, okay. Yes. All right. Okay. Here we go. So as I said, if you want, I think it would be a good idea if you wrote these down just on a piece of paper so you can remember, but then we'll go over them again. But that way, if I say, what was the word you heard, what was the key word you heard in number 1, you can say it back to me. Okay? I'll try to tell you the key word. I'll read it once and then I'll read it again and say the key word. Here we go. Sentence number 1. Don't sit on the bag. The key word is the last word. Listen again. Don't sit on the bag. Sentence number 2. Don't step on the bug. Sentence number 2. Key word is the last word. Don't step on the bug. So that's sentence 1 and 2. Sentence 3 and 4. I'm waiting for the bus. Sentence 1. Key word is the last word. I'm waiting for the bus. Sentence number 4. I'm waiting for the boss. Sentence number 4. I'm waiting for the boss. So the key word is the last word. That's the one you have to write down. Sentence number, this is 5 and 6. Let me move forward here. Sentence 5 and 6. So here's 5. Do you have the dime? Sentence number 5. Do you have the dime? Sentence number 6. Do you have the time? Sentence number 6. Do you have the time? 7 and 8. Let's see if I can do this one. Whoops, I lost my 7 and 8. Hold on a second. Ah, here we go. Sentence number 7. I don't like those ships. Sentence 7. I don't like those ships. Sentence 8. Are those cheap? This one's different. Are those cheap? Sentence 9 and 10. These are going to be different as well. Sentence 9. One person, one boat. The key word is the last word. Sentence 9. One person, one boat. Sentence 10. This room has a few. Sentence 10. This room has a few. Okay. Now that you've heard all 10 sentences, oh, look at that. We have someone else. We have Hussein. Welcome, Hussein. I didn't see you come in. Now that we have all 10 sentences, I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to go back and write the keywords that you heard. Okay? And I'm just going to ask you as a group, not individually. So sentence 1. What was the keyword that you heard? Remember, the keyword was the last word, I think.
It was back.
Bag. Okay, let me just go back to my sentence. It probably was, but I have to go back and see what I said. So spell it for me.
B-A-C-K.
Ah, B-A-C-K. Interesting. You know what? Where is my sentence? The one I read to you. Hold on a second. If I can't find it, then yeah, okay, got it. Okay. And did anyone else, in the second sentence, what was the key word that you heard? Daniel, Ishmael? Say again?
B-O-G.
B-O-G. Like this?
Yes.
Listen to the sentence again. Remember, 1 and 2 were the same sentence. Sentence 1. Don't sit on the bag. Sentence 2. I think I said don't step. I think I changed it a little bit. Don't step on the bug. So sentence 1, don't sit on the bag. Sentence 2, don't step on the bug. So let's do this. If the words are different than what I said, I'm going to add them to the last column on the far right, column C. So I'm going to move back here. I'm going to move bog here. I'm going to write the choices that you have. two choices were bag
And bug.
and bug. Exactly. Bag and bug. In 1 and 2. Bag and bug. So, in sentence 1, don't sit on the bag. Which is it, A or B? Class.
A.
Do we agree? Everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard 2, so I think that's everyone. Beshak. I hope I got your name. I still got your pronunciation right. Did you hear bag or bug in the first sentence, Beshak?
In first sentence, I heard back.
Bag. Repeat. Bag.
B-A-C-K.
But
Bag.
say it with a G. Bag.
But I was saying back.
Yes, I know. But say bag.
Yeah. Bag.
Good. And now say back.
Back.
Can you hear the difference?
Yes, they're exactly different.
They are. Well, they're not exactly different. They're slightly different. But that's the purpose of it. They're slightly different, but that's the purpose. The purpose is to do a close listening and see what's the difference. The difference is that bag is a little longer and it's a little softer, we say. Back is a little shorter and it's a hard consonant. In the second sentence, I said, don't step on the bug. Is that column A or B?
B.
Column B is correct. Listen to the difference between bug and column C. Bog. Bug, bog. Can everyone hear the difference? Can you say the A and B for me, Daniel?
I can understand the difference, but I couldn't say it.
We'll try it. Say the word in column B first.
Bug,
Say column C.
bug,
Listen to me. Column B, bug.
bug,
Column C, bog.
bug.
Now you got it. So the one is and the other is ah, like father.
Mm-hmm.
So here I'll put the word father to help you remember the sound. In column C with back, it's the K like kangaroo. It's that sound that we're looking for. It's the consonant sound, not the vowel sound. Where here, it's a vowel sound, which is written, I'm going to write it like AH to exaggerate the sound, ah. But it's not really ah, but you get I have to write it in some way, and I don't have the International Phonetic Alphabet in front of me. I can't put the symbol there for you because I don't have it on my keyboard. So I'll just write it as an AH to help you remember ah, like father. Whereas bug is bug, like the word drug. Okay, in sentence 3 and 4, we had the same sentence again, but with one word different. Okay, yeah. What was the key word you heard in sentence 3, class?
Bus,
Spell it.
B-U-S,
Okay. And in sentence 4, what was the key word you heard?
the same.
False.
Spell it for me. Bashak, spell it.
B-O-S-S.
Correct. Those were your choices in both cases. Boss and bus. Very good. Listen to the sentences again and tell me which is which. Give me a second here. In sentence 1, I said, I'm waiting for the bus. Waiting for the bus. Column A or B?
One.
A.
O sea,
One meaning A.
Sorry.
Okay.
A.
In column B, in column sentence 4, it's going to be column B. I'm waiting for the boss.
Boss.
That's it.
Bus.
So, Bashak, can I hear you say the words in column A and B now? First A, then B. Just for number 3 and 4. Yeah.
Bus
Mm-hmm.
and
B.
boss.
Good. Bus
Boss.
and boss. That's it. And Ishmael, can I hear you say those two?
Yes. Bus, boss.
Your O is a little stronger than her O, but it's still fine because you're really going boss. Mine is a little,
Boss.
which is okay. It's fine. Mine's a little bit, what's the word? It's not quite as strong as yours. Boss. Oh. Like the word ball. Boss. Okay,
Boss.
it's fine though. The way you said it is perfectly fine. All right? And Daniel, let me hear you. Now, in your case, it's not the vowel I'm worried about. It's the S sound. Because in Spanish, you're not going to maybe distinguish between the two types of S's. Let me hear you say bus and boss, Daniel.
Bus, boss.
Well, that sounded fine. Actually, never mind. My theory was wrong. It sounds perfect. Okay, good. Because I guess the
Can I ask
problem
you
is,
something?
yes, you can.
How do you pronounce B-A-S-S?
B-A-S-S.
S-S.
Bass.
Bass?
Well, depends on what we mean. Because that would be bass, but in music, it's pronounced bass. Because it's an irregular word. Is that what you mean? What meaning do you mean? Is there a
About,
particular meaning you have in mind?
about music.
We got, hold on a second here. We got two different words. That's the problem. We have bass, like bass guitar, because if I put this in Google, you've got immediately two hits. Take a look. You got two hits immediately. You've got bass guitar, bass, and you've got bass, the fish. Like in New York, it's very popular in a fancy restaurant to eat Chilean bass. Popular dish. So they're spelled exactly the same, but they have two different pronunciations. Bass is the regular pronunciation because it's the short sound of A. And when you have one vowel in one syllable, one vowel, it's pronounced with a short sound, ah. Bass guitar is actually irregular. It should be bass guitar, but it isn't pronounced bass, it's bass. So it's an irregular pronunciation. Okay? So it depends on the meaning that
Okay.
if you mean the fish, it's bass. By the way,
I meant guitar, so bass. It should be bass.
bass. Now, bass,
B-A-S-E, like something.
bass, spelled B-A-S-E, is the same pronunciation.
Okay.
So, bass guitar, or I could say home bass. They're the same pronunciation. All right, in 5 and 6, thank you. In 5 and 6, I think I had the sentence. Oh, you tell me. What was the key word you heard in number 5?
Time?
Time.
Well, I heard.
Time. Time.
Spell that for me. Spell.
Me?
Yes.
D. D-I. M-E.
Isn't that demon?
I don't
Vale.
know.
Dime.
Dime. Tell me.
Okay. And in 6, what was the key word that you heard, everyone?
Time.
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 Okay. So you could hear the difference. I agree. So it's possible I said them like this. I can't remember which I did, but the sentence was this. They were exactly the same. Do you have the dime? And do you have the time? So you could hear the difference between d and t. Guess what? What I'm doing here is I'm giving you words that often have the same position. Your mouth is in the same position, with one slight difference. So when I say dime, the tongue, dime, is on the little ridge behind your teeth. We call it the alveolar ridge. That little bump, which is behind your front two teeth, dime. When I say time, it's in exactly the same place, but I'm blowing the air in a different way. So dime is I'm pulling backwards. Time is I'm blowing out. So when I blow air out, time. I blow air out, and the difference is also that I'm not using my vocal cords. I'm not using my throat in T. But with dime, I'm using my vocal cords. It's voiced. So in the column C, I'm going to make a note. Dime is a voiced sound. I use my vocal cords. Time is unvoiced. I don't use my vocal cords. And that's easy to see because all you have to do is put your, I'll show you this. If you're ever not sure or you need to practice on your own, you just do this. Look at the camera, look at the screen. Put your finger here, right in the notch. This is the external notch right here. You've got these 2 points here, and then you've got your collarbone. So put your finger here, and if you say dime, you can feel it. You can feel it vibrating here. And if I go time, time, there's nothing. There's nothing going on.
Oh, yes.
Right? So if you look up a word in the dictionary, if you have a pronunciation dictionary and it says voiced or unvoiced, or if I teach it to you, you can always get used to the difference by doing that simple trick, putting your finger here and making sure that you're not making it voiced when it's supposed to be unvoiced, or vice versa. Okay? Let's say a quick hello to who? Did I say your name right? Who?
John, my name is Hussein. I don't know. I had a trouble with my other account and I changed it.
Oh, I see. Hussein.
I think you know me. And because I have participated
But
in your classes.
But I don't recognize your picture. So then because
okay, no problem.
Because you have a different picture, so now I don't know you. It's very confusing.
It's fine.
But remind me where you're from, so that I can.
I'm from Turkey.
Okay, you're the Hussein from Turkey. Because we've got many Husseins. That's the problem.
Okay.
We've got
I understand.
more Husseins than I can shake a stick at. That's my problem. I'm up to my neck in Husseins. I don't know which is which. So Hussein, do you have our notes open? The pronunciation practice document?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah.
Okay, good. So go to page. I don't know what page it is. What page is it, everyone? No one can tell me the page number. It's on page 9. Go to page 9.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
So so the first thing we did was a silent dictation. In other words, I said 2 sentences that had one word in common, but that word had a different sound in the second sentence. And because it had a different sound, it actually was a different word. So bag and bug, there's only one sound different between them, which is the vowel sound. Time and dime have only one sound different between them, which is the consonant sound. So I was testing you on whether you can hear the difference. These are called minimal pairs, meaning that it's a pair of words with a minimal difference between them. One sound different, minimal pairs. It's a great way to perfect your pronunciation. Find the areas that you have trouble with and create minimal pairs for yourself, which are very easy to do. And using a software like Anki, a free memory software, you can load your minimal pairs and practice them. It's something we can talk about at the end of class. So, finishing up, we have, oh, I'm missing a row. I erased one too many by mistake. Let me add row 7, row below. I thought I had too many, but in fact I erased my row 7. So let's do 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then we'll get to our charts, the one I talked about earlier. So, in the next sentence, now the last 4 were all different sentences, if I remember correctly. So, sentence 7, I'm going to give you a choice of words. You tell me whether it was A or B. I'm going to do the same for 7 and 8. Well, let's just do one at a time. Let's start with 7. Did you hear column A or B in that sentence? Class.
A. Sorry.
You heard A. Okay. Did everyone hear A? Everyone heard
first, I heard chips.
Chips, so column B.
Yes.
Okay. The sentence was... Good question. What was the sentence? Now I don't remember which I said. If I remember right, I believe I said, I don't like those ships. If I remember right. I don't like those ships. I'm pretty sure I said column A. I don't like those ships. If I said column B, it would be, I don't like those chips. So, Ishmael, what did you hear, A or B, the first time?
The first time, A.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Because I'm pretty sure that's what I said. In row 8, I said 2 different words, if I'm not mistaken. What did you hear in row 8, column A and B? Or at least column... No, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm getting everything confused. No. 7 and 8 go together. They're the same sounds, but I gave you 2 sentences instead of 1 sentence. So, what word did you hear in number 8?
Cheap.
Spell it for me.
C H E A P.
Okay, good. And the alternative was this word, right? Here's the sentence that I remember saying. I remember saying, by the way, you have to tell me because I didn't actually, I just read the sentence once and I didn't underline the word I was reading, so I might have forgotten, but I'm pretty sure I said, are those sheep? I'm pretty sure I said, are those sheep? So in that case, if I said that, which is kind of a weird question to ask if you think about it, are those sheep? It would have been column A. Did anyone else have column A, or did everyone hear column B?
A.
You heard A. Okay, so Ishmael, let me hear you say the 2 words in column A and B for row 8.
Sheep.
Good?
Sheep.
Good. Daniel, you too.
Sheep. Sheep.
Uh-oh. Look how you have to say it. You've got to imagine it's like this, Daniel. Look in column C. Chi, as in chow, as in ciao, bello, bella, ciao, bella. So
Not
ciao.
expensive.
Say again? Yeah, not expensive, but the sound. Imagine there's a T at the beginning of the word cheap. Imagine there's a little T, and it'll help you distinguish the sounds, like as in the Italian word ciao.
Ciao.
So Daniel, say ciao. Daniel?
Yes. Hello?
Say ciao.
Ciao.
Say cheap.
Cheap.
Okay. Now say sheep.
Cheap.
No. Now say column A. Sheep.
Sheep.
Column B, cheap.
Cheap.
Perfect. Now say them together. Sheep, cheap.
Sheep, cheap.
Now backwards. Cheap, sheep.
Cheap, sheep.
Perfect. That's it. Very good. That's it. So that's a difficult word for Spanish and Portuguese speakers. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, last two sentences. Last two. I believe... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, and what did I say for sentence number 10? Did I give you a different one? Okay, let's start with number 9. I forgot what I did for 10. I was doing this so fast. What did you hear for number 9? What was the key word?
Boat.
Boot.
Okay, I'm hearing boot and I'm hearing boat.
I said boat.
Boat.
I said boot.
You said boot. So, look. Boat looks like this and boot looks like this. Listen to the sentence. Carefully. Listen to the sentence. One person, one boat. One person, one boat. Is it column A or B, class?
A.
It is column A. It is column A. In sentence 10, I said, what was the key word you heard for 10? Anyone?
Feel.
Feel like this? Spelled
No.
like that, Ishmael?
W.
No. I couldn't like feel.
Like this?
W. Yes.
Okay. So listen to your two choices.
Feel.
I'm giving you two different words in A and B. This room has a few. This room has a few. So do we all
A.
agree that it's column A? We all agree?
A.
I have A.
Okay. So in number 9, I was hoping that you would hear one person, one vote, because that's the expression. Vote. That's the expression. One man, one vote. But in fact, you heard the right word, because I didn't say vote, I said boat. I did not say boot. I said boat. And in column 10, it was correct. I said, I was hoping you would hear view, but that's not what I said. I said few. So you got it right in both cases. All right. So what I'd like to do is I wanted you to become more aware of minimal pairs. That's a good thing you can do even with or without a teacher. Minimal pairs. It means that when you pick out the words that are difficult for you, I'll give you a really good example. There's a very famous study of Japanese speakers. A very famous study that's being quoted all over the place, all over the internet and everywhere. They did MRI scans of the brains of Japanese speakers. Do you know what an MRI is? Have you heard of that, everyone?
Yes.
Magnetic resolution imagery.
Exactly. And in the MRI scans, they could see that English speakers, when they heard two words, lock and rock, when they heard those two words, different areas of the brain would light up. They could actually see in the MRI or fMRI, whatever they used, they could see different areas lighting up to correspond to the sound R or the sound L. In Japanese speakers, one area of the brain lit up when they heard both words. And that told the researchers that in fact the Japanese speakers, because there's no distinction in Japanese between R and L, there's no distinction between those sounds in Japanese, that they literally did not have a neuron, so to speak, to distinguish between those sounds. They didn't have the brain structure itself to distinguish. So they devised simple experiments to get the Japanese speakers to be able to distinguish the sound. The best experiment was that after the word, they would give them immediate feedback. So they'd raise their hand if they heard lock, or raise their hand if they heard rock. They were told immediately if it was right or wrong, and then the words were exaggerated. They did different things. After doing this for a period of I guess months, I don't know, or weeks, when they did the fMRI scans, they actually had 2 areas lighting up in their brains. So that research is pretty significant because it shows you when you're learning a foreign language, you actually have to, your brain actually literally grows. So this is really good because it doesn't just correspond to Japanese speakers. Spanish speakers are in the same boat. In Spanish, you have 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and that's it. In English, you have like 15 common vowel sounds, not 5. So more than double. That means that a Spanish speaker, right, Daniel, has to really develop the ability to distinguish those extra 10 sounds. If you're a Turkish speaker, you're in a slightly better situation because you have more vowel sounds in the language, so it's a little bit easier for you. But what I'm saying is, what did they do to get the Japanese speakers to learn? Well, they use minimal pairs, just like we're doing. They created a set of words where they could, the only difference between the 2 words was the consonant L or R, that's it. And they gave them lots of feedback so that when they got it right, they would know immediately. They could still remember the sound because they had just heard it. It was in their short-term memory. And doing the minimal pair exercises, they were able to develop the ability to hear the difference. You can do exactly the same. So one of the things I wanted to show you in this exercise is a great way to improve your pronunciation using the most common technique that professionals use, minimal pair exercises. So that's what we just did. But we're not going to stop there. I want you to have so that's one self-improvement tool, and that's our class, what's it about today, self-improvement. But I want to give you another one too. In the last class, we looked at consonants, and everyone had to come up with an animal, and we had to put the animals in a category. So the animals we used were pig, cat, dog did not fit, horse did not fit because it's not one of the main vowel sounds, elephant did, and tiger did, but tiger doesn't follow our rules, so I put that in the special category. So everyone, including Shadow, who's just joining us, everyone, just to review, the long sound means there are 2 vowels, not 1. There are 2 vowels in 1 syllable. If the word has only 1 syllable, the word will have 2 vowels, like the word name, N-A-M-E. The vowels are A and E. When the word has 2 syllables, only the first vowel is pronounced, and it's the same as the name of the letter. So the name of the letter is A. Can anyone think of an animal that has the A sound? A. Can anyone think of an animal to match that sound? A.
Ale?
Spell it for me?
I don't know really the spelling.
Batman, like Jon-Eric?
No, that would be short. That would be short. Because there's only 1 vowel in the word, bat. So short is 1 vowel.
Alligator?
Alligator would be short. Because in the first syllable, al, it's just 1 vowel. And the first syllable is the strong syllable in that word. So alligator. Listen, the letter L will affect the vowel. It's one of those letters that changes the vowel sound. So actually, the sound is ah, but when you put an ah and an L together, it sounds a little different. But it's still the short sound. Some people will say alligator. Some people will say alligator. But I'm saying it's actually the short sound. Shadow, what was the word you said? Shadow? Did she disappear? Well, I thought I heard Shadow speaking, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was...
No, it's wrong. I think it's because it's ELK.
Elk.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Elk would be the short sound of E. So that would be, basically, if I had to number these, that would be number 7 out of 10. Because that would be the same as elephant.
Rooster?
The long sound of A for rooster? How could that be?
No, O.
For O is okay,
O.
Sure.
What about camel?
Camel, that would be number 6, same as cat. Short sound, because camel has one vowel in the first syllable, cam, C-A-M. So camel is same as cat. Good guess, though. We need 2 vowels, not 1. We need 2 vowels. You want to know the answer?
Goat?
Ishmael, is that the letter A? Where are you?
No.
Goat is good, but what does that, which blank does that go in?
4.
4. You're absolutely right. It's the long sound of O. Goat. Very good. Okay, number 1 would be the word snake. Because there's 2 vowels in snake.
Snake.
And it's the same as the name. The name is A. The sound is snake. Right? If the sound is different, A is not the same as A, it's a short sound. Okay, let's try to fill in the rest of the blanks for the vowels so that we have a tool to use. What about the long sound of E? Elk would be the same as elephant, number 7. We need number 2. We need a 2-vowel word with the first vowel E.
Bear?
Bear. Uh-oh. Doesn't work because it's not beer.
Bear.
If it was beer, look, if it was beer, it would be perfect. That follows the rule, but that's not an animal.
Yes.
Deer.
Deer. Very good. Very good. Deer. Okay.
Deer.
For the I sound, we have the short sound I, like pig. We've got it. What about the long sound I? Tiger works, but tiger doesn't follow a rule because it's got 2 syllables and there's only 1 vowel in the stressed syllable. Ti is alone. So it's irregular. The sound is lion. Okay. Well, lion is also irregular because it's 2 syllables. But we'll use it because otherwise we'll be here all day. So we'll use it. But it's actually irregular because there's only 1 vowel. Lie. So it's actually irregular like tiger, but it's okay. We'll use it. Goat. Goat is long sound of O. What's the short sound? Number 9. We need the sound ah. Ah. Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Give up? Frog.
Frog.
Frog. Okay. Number 5 and number 10. This is what's the long sound of U? We need a word that has a U, an animal that's got a U in it. U. U. Anyone?
Human.
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 It's irregular, but we'll use it. It's okay. We'll use it.
Mosquito?
That's that would be the same. That would be the short sound, mosquito. But mosquito is spelled with an O, so it's really irregular. So it's not spelled with a U, so it doesn't fit. Human is good. Again, it's irregular, but we'll use it because it's got the right sound. U, human. It works. So for number 10, we need the sound like sun or fun.
Hippo.
Hippo is spelled with an I. That would be the same as pig. Hip, pig. Hip, pig. So we need
Cat.
monkey is spelled. Hold on a second. Hold on, everyone. Class. We're looking at the letter U.
U.
Monkey is spelled with an O. Cat is spelled with an A.
I heard something. Oh. Okay.
It's spelled with
Turtle.
a. Turtle is a good guess. Very good guess.
Duck.
But duck. That's it.
Duck.
Duck.
Bull.
That's it. Duck. Turtle is irregular because it's got the R, and when you have an R, it really changes the sound. Just like the L's and R's make the vowels irregular because you got the sound. Turtle. So it's irregular. But duck is perfect. Guess what? We've got 10 good animals to help us with our vowel sounds. So from now on, instead of saying, oh, that's the long sound of A, that's the short sound of E, I'm going to say, hey, that's snake, that's elephant. It's much easier to remember. Okay, now we've got our vowels. I want to go to consonants. I'm going to go up to today's class, which says consonant objects. I want to go around the room, and I want you to tell me a consonant that you have difficulty with. So, Daniel,
Yes.
we already know what your consonant problem is.
Yes.
Well,
U and zebra and, and
Today.
you. Today.
Today it was the sound CH and SH.
Sheep and chip.
Exactly. So let's imagine that we're going to go with ch. I need an object that begins or ends with a ch sound.
Chin.
Chain. Good. Very good. You'll see what we're doing in just a second. And I want to go around to the rest of you, and I want you to do the same. I'm going to turn off my screen sharing because I can't see any of you, so hold on. Okay, now I can see you. So, Bashak. By the way, say your name for me so I get the pronunciation again. I need to hear your name again. Say it again.
Bashak.
Bashak.
Bashak. Yes.
But it sounds like you're saying.
Pronunciation is so natural.
But it sounds like you're saying, in the beginning, it sounds to me like you're saying by, not ba. It sounds like Bashak.
Bashak.
Bashak. Because it sounds like by, not ba. But it's spelled with an A. So if I saw your name written, I would say, if I was really American, I would say Basek. because it should be like cat in American English. Okay. Bashak. Bashak, yes. I want you to tell me a consonant sound that you have trouble with, that you've noticed. Are there any consonants like z, like zoo?
No. Like sting. Thing.
Spell it thing. Okay, so the th.
Yes.
Good. I want you to give me an object that begins with a th. Thing is a good word, but it's not an object. It's going to be hard to remember. Something that's easy to remember that you can touch. Thing. Th. Can you think of something?
Yes, I'm thinking about it.
All right. I'll give you a second. You think we'll come back to you. If not, I'll give you a word, okay? But let's see what you can remember. Okay? Ishmael and Shadow, the same. I want you to tell me, Ishmael, you go first. I want you to tell me a consonant that you think you have trouble with or that gives you difficulty. Is there one that gives you difficulty? It could be one consonant or it could be a combination of consonants.
I have difficulty with schwa sounds.
With sh sounds, sh.
Schwa.
Give me an example of a word that gives you difficulty.
Actually, I don't know.
Okay. Give me a word that begins with that sound. If an object, if you can think of one.
Object.
Yeah. Something that you could touch with your hand. If you're not sure, we'll come back in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Shadow, what about you? What gives you trouble?
Yeah, it's letter P from people.
Okay, very good. I don't want to use people, though, because I don't want to confuse. If we use people, we're going to confuse it with the word human, and we've already used that. So I need an object that begins with a P.
Pen.
Pen, very good. Okay. Ashak, what about you? Can you think of an object?
I couldn't find an object like thank you. Or
Yeah, it's too abstract. You're going to forget it.
yes.
Okay, how about this one? Thimble. Do you know what a thimble is?
Symbol?
Yeah, do you know what a
No.
thimble is? A thimble is something you use to protect your thumb when you're sewing. So, for example, a tailor uses a thimble, which is a metal, like a little basket, looks like a basket. And you put it over your thumb, and it protects your thumb so you don't stab yourself with the needle when you're sewing. A thimble. Ishmael, can you think of an SH word?
Substitution, like
So it's S, not SH, just the S sound.
SH.
Well, substitution has no SH. Do you mean the S sound or the Sh sound?
S sound.
S.
Yes.
Like, I'm trying to think of it, like soup.
Yes.
You have trouble with that? I don't hear you having trouble with that. Really?
Actually, Jon-Eric, I have no grammatical background. I learn only listening and speaking. That's why I don't know.
Ah, okay. Well, let's do this. Let's do this class. I have to start the next class right now. I'm going to be late, and I'm in trouble if I'm late. I'm going to give you a little homework assignment with these two sets of words. I'm going to send it to you in the chat system, in the message system, okay? I'll give you instructions about what to do. You're going to create an instant poem, and I'm going to give you an example of what I mean, and we're going to listen to the results in the next class. Sorry to run. I've got to start the next class. Bye for now. Be right back. Come back to the next.
Thank you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.